Today I'm going to show you how to change the battery on a 2013 Dodge Dart. Now it can be a little intimidating because of all this stuff on the battery. This one might be missing an additional cover, but we can just pop this plastic cover up. There's a little icon that says lock there and there. You have to pull the tab, lift it over, and then there's a bunch of fuses and a bunch of stuff that looks like you might have to unhook it, but you don't. Right over here is the nut that we need to take off to loosen the battery cable. Same with the negative side. But before I do that, I'm going to remove the hold down, and then I'm going to hook up a booster pack to the jump start terminal so I don't lose any of the memory inside. Now I recommend having the key outside of the vehicle just in case the vehicle decides to lock itself. And this part's not necessary. I just do this for my customers so I don't have to reset the radio and they don't lose any information that they might have programmed in, like memory seats. Just hooking it up like I would be jump starting it. And then I'm going to loosen the cable ends up. And now I can loosen the cable ends up without losing any of that information. We do have to be a little more careful when we do it this way because the positive battery cable is still live at all times. Normally you unhook the negative and then you undo the positive. That way if I were to touch like this computer right here, it wouldn't arc out. But if I were to touch my wrench to this computer, it may fry the whole system. So the safest method would be to not use this and unhook the negative first and then the positive. And a lot of people aren't going to have a jump box to hook it up anyways. So now that that is loose, I can lift this cable end up. Do the same thing with the negative. And this battery does have a handle. It's just tucked underneath this cover. So I'm going to lift this battery blanket out of the way, get this battery blanket out of the way so we can grab that handle and lift up on it. Now this one has a group 48. Some of them have a group 47. And there may even be a smaller option as well. This little keeper here limits how big the battery can be, and as you can see, the one over here is missing, and that allows the group 48 battery to go all the way to the end of the tray. The one over here, even if you took that out, you couldn't put a bigger battery in because you're still limited by the inner fender. You might be able to get a slightly larger, but I don't know if you could go up to the next size, which would probably be like a group 91 or a 94R. Never tried it, but I do know that the group 48 and the 47 will fit in here. The 48 requires this clip to be removed. I have the new battery. I'm going to put the hold down in there while the battery blanket is out, just to give myself a little more room. And some people don't put the blanket back on. I normally do. We're in Colorado. We have drastic temperature changes. In the winter, it's really cold. Summer, it's really hot. So that blanket just keeps the battery temperature a little more steady. I just need to punch out the date real quick. Remove this positive protector. Some batteries may come with a cover that goes over here. Just take that cover off. Make sure that the cable is fully seated before you tighten down the clamp. Get this negative on there. Now, I don't recommend using a battery pad on some of these newer style clamps, because that battery pad is going to lift the terminal away from the battery, and then you're not going to get a good connection because you can't tighten it enough. Now I can unhook my jumper pack, put that cover back down, make sure that the jump start terminal connector is covered and fully seated, and that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.